Hello everybody, this is Scott Sharp with Fretboard Toolbox, and in this lesson we're going to be looking at building chords on a baritone ukulele in the key of C major. And instead of just thinking about hold this finger on this fret and this finger on this fret and then that makes a C, we'll look at which notes actually make up a C major chord and then how you can find those all up and down the fretboard. And we'll do the same with D minor and E minor and F major, and we'll build all the most common chords that you're going to want to be able to play in the key of C major. So let me show you how it works. Okay, for this lesson on chord building, we're going to be looking at a Fretboard Toolbox Complete Baritone Ukulele Edition. We'll turn to page 19 to see the key of C major and A minor. And then what we're going to be focusing on today is looking at these chords and seeing how to build them using notes over here. So the whole big picture idea of chord building is that if you take the notes out of each major scale, like C, the notes in white boxes in my book, the notes C, D, E, F, G, A, and B, you can turn each of those notes into its own chord, and then those chords are all going to sound cool together. So the way that we do this is like if we look at a C major chord and we want to play a C major chord, we're going to need notes from the 1, 3, and 5 columns. And all major chords are always built out of notes in the 1, 3, and 5 notes out of the major scale. So that's what those columns are. So a C major chord is built out of the notes C, E, and G on every instrument in the world. So to play a C major on a baritone ukulele, what I need to know is what are the open notes here, and then how can I make it so that when I strum all of the strings, I'm playing only the notes that I'm looking for. So to play a C major chord where I need the notes C, E, and G, I only want to play C, E, and G notes. So one of the easiest and simplest baritone uke C major positions people will show you is on the 4th string, play the 2nd fret, that's an E note. 3rd string, leave it open, because that's a G. 1st string, play on the 1st fret, is a C, and the 1st string open is an E. And that looks like this. So I've got E, E on the 4th string, open G on the 3 string, C on the 2nd string, 1st fret, and then an open E. So lots of people will show you that here's a C major chord on a baritone uke, but when you know which notes you're actually looking for, then you can build them anywhere you want. To show you how that works, like if I want to play a C major, which is made of the notes C, E, and G, if I want to play one here on the 5th fret, I've already got a G, a C, and an E right next to each other, so I could grab these 3 and then maybe add the G on the 1st string 3rd fret. That looks like this. So I've got G, C, E, so that's G, C, E. Or if you can fit all your fingers on there. So I've just got these 3 frets plus this guy, and that's because I'm using the notes C, E, and G. And those can be played in any order. Starting on the 10th fret, I can play C, E, G, C. That looks like this. Here's the 5th fret, 7th fret, 8th, 9th, 10th. So that's C, E, G, C. A lot of times you'll see people, where you need to play a 7 chord, like a C7 chord, or you may hear it called a dominant 7. All that is you take the 1, 3, and 5 notes from a major chord and you add a flat 7 note to it. And the nice thing about toolboxes, and the reason I set them up this way, was so that I could see how do I add a flat 7 to any of the chords that I want to play here to make them 7 chords. So a C7 chord is made of the notes C, E, G plus a B flat. And so if I look down here, if I play that C major where I'm just playing these 2 notes, there's a B flat right on the 3rd string, 3rd fret that I can easily grab. So here's my C major, and then if I add a B flat, so C major, C7. Then if I want to go to a 2 chord, if I want to build a 2 chord in the key of C major, it's going to be a D minor. So that uses the notes D, F, and A. So minor chords use notes in the 1, flat, 3, and 5 columns. So D, F, A is a D minor chord. If I look down here and see where can I cover just D's, F's, and A's, I can leave this one open because that's already a D. And then I could play an A here on the 3rd string, 2nd fret. Here's another D, and there's an F, so I can play D, A, D, F. That looks like this. So I have D, A, D, F. And notice that minor chords have sadder sounds, and major chords have happier sounds. So minor. If I want to play a 3 chord, an E minor, that's going to be made of the notes E, G, and B. So I come down here and see where can I cover just E, G, and B notes. And E minor is real easy on a baritone ukulele. I just cover the 4th string, 2nd fret, and then the others are already E, G's, and B's. So if I just hold the 2nd fret, there's my E minor. So I have C major, D minor, E minor. The 4 chord in the key of C major is an F major. It's made of the notes F, A, and C. And so if I want to play an F major chord, I just look for where can I find just F, A, and C notes. And here's a common one here. So I have on the 4th string, here's F, A, C, F. So that was 3rd fret, 2nd fret, 1st fret, 1st fret. And again, that works because it's just the notes F, A, and C. If I want to play a G major, the 5 chord, then that's going to be made of the notes G, B, and D. So if I want to find a G major chord, here I've got D, G, B already, which are G, B, and D notes, but I don't want an E because that's not a G, B, or D note. But there is a G here on the 1st string, 3rd fret. So G major is real easy on a baritone ukulele because you only need 1 string. So again, this is a great instrument, just like the soprano ukes or the tenor ukes. These are great instruments to get people playing because they're easy to make a lot of chords, and the strings aren't hard to push down, and there's not as many strings as a guitar. So I really think people should when they're starting out, try playing around with some of these and see if you might find them helpful. So anyways, we had C major here. I'm sorry, we had G major here was our 5 chord, and then we went back to C major was my 1 chord. So this was C major was 1, D minor is 2, E minor is 3, F major is 4, G major is 5, and I can also play G major over here on the 4th string, 5th fret, and play the 5th fret, 4th fret, 3rd fret, 3rd. And the reason that's cool is there's your G major, because my F major was right here. And then going to a C major is real easy. And playing 1 chords, 4 chords, 5 chords, and back to 1 happens all the time in music. So those are worth learning too. An A minor chord's made of the notes A, C, and E. So if I want to play, there's an A, C, and E I can grab really easily right here on the 2nd fret, 1st fret, and then open, because those are all A, C, and E notes. So 2nd fret, 1st fret of the 2 string, and then open on the 1 string. So C major, A minor, F major, G major, back to C major. And then the flat 7 chord is not used as much, but it's like in bluegrass music you'll hear it a lot, and it's worth just knowing. And the reason that it's in italics and not in a white box is because it's not part of the major key. But if I wanted to play a B flat major chord, I'm going to use the notes B flat, D, and F to play B flat major. So if I come down here and I look for where can I cover B flat, D, and F notes, then I can just grab 3rd fret, 3rd fret, 3rd fret, and then 1st fret. There's C major, B flat major, C major, and then F, G, back to C. So when you can see which notes you need to build the chords and what notes you need to add on to get 7 chords, then chords can take on a whole new meaning, and you can play them all up and down the fretboard, and it makes more sense than when a lot. At least for me it does. Then when folks just say, you know, here, hold your fingers like this for a C, but this for a G, and this for an F, and I had no framework for Y. So anyways, I hope you found something useful in there, and if you did, please subscribe, and if you want to check out a toolbox for yourself and print off some of the book, a quarter of the book for free, you can on the Fretboard Toolbox website. So thanks again, and I'll have lots more videos coming on lots of different instruments. Thanks.